Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I have gone over 200. I can't believe it. Honestly, I can't because I don't feel like I have a whole lot to offer, but I have so much fun making the videos. Yes, it's stressful. No, it's not easy. Yes, sometimes I have to film something 6 times before I actually like the video. So, or don't have interruptions or don't mess something up or can't find the thing I just cut out. And so sometimes it just gets a little too embarrassing. So, yeah, there's that. My last video, I showed you, and now I can't find them. Here they are. That I made these little faux slides out of the tracing paper that I printed on and some of my personal photos. So that's the back, that's the front, and they were so much fun to make, and a lot of people really liked them. So I thought that I would show you the other thing that I made with some of my personal photographs. And so the other thing that I gave a little tease about at the end of that video was that I made these tiny tags. See, I have little hands and they fit in the palm of my hand. And these I also used my own photographs on. This one is a just a single one where I just I cut out the photograph with the die and I just glued it on a single one. These are more like frames around. I used a backing piece, a solid backing piece, and a frame around. This one, same thing. And this one I did differently, but I don't like it as much. It's very, very solid. But I don't like it as much because I think I did these two as a frame and then ended up putting a cutout on the back, and I can't remember why, but I think it was my experiment one and my trial and error. And so yeah, well, anyway, you know how it goes. So we are going to play today. Excuse me. I am not long out of the bed and showered, and I'm a little hoarse because I haven't spoken a whole lot this morning yet. Oh, first, well, yeah. Okay, first, we have to cut, and I am using cardstock. Oh, my gosh. Here's the Monster Cutter, and I really do like it. It's taking some getting used to, but it's fun, and I have to remember how to use it. Like unlock the little button at the bottom so that I can get these things in. So I am I need to measure this. I never have measured that. But I got to be able to get the paper into the Cuttlebug. And it helps if you're measuring using the ruler in the right direction. So I'd say 5.5. Oopsies. Sorry about that. 5.5 is good. So I'm going to maybe cut the sheets are 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to do 4 1/4. Okay. I'm so scared of cutting my finger off because I'm graceful like that. And then I'm going to start with these mini dies, which I got in AC Moore, and they have a weird name. I've taken the label off. They're not Thinlits, but I like the dies a lot. I did buy these from scrapbook.com, and they're really huge, and they're actually, most of them are too big for my plates on my Cuttlebug, so I ended up buying the bigger plates and haven't used them yet. But these things are huge. These are, just so you know, in case you ask, they're 8 inches long, which, is pretty long, and if you're going to use them in a junk journal. But I have some other ideas for this that I will be trying out later. The biggest one is 8 by 4.5 wide. But you also get a really tiny one in here too. So there's that. And I've lost one of the pieces off of it that supposedly cuts a hole in it, but I have a hole punch. And then I also bought these, which I'm not thrilled about. I don't love these and couldn't tell you what brand they are. So there's that. There's all that. But I love these little mini ones. I'm having a lot of fun with the little mini ones. So we're going to play with these today. So I'm gonna measure this. And that is probably, well, I'm going to make the papers 3 inches wide. Put the guard down. And see, this thing slices through 2 sheets of cardstock like it's butter. So there's that. Okay, 3. And then I also have, we went away this weekend. We were supposed to camp all weekend, but I ended up not feeling well in the middle of the night on Friday night. So we came home yesterday, and I sort of had a bad day yesterday. So today is my day to be energized and feel better. It's gorgeous out. It's sunny. It's cooler than it has been. It's a little less humid, even though I think they're predicting thunderstorms later. But these are the kind of days I cherish during the summer because otherwise I stay in the house. So I had cut some cardstock to take as tags, and I was going to decoupage the tags while we were gone, but I never did pull out my camping stuff. So I will also be showing you, if you don't have a die cutting machine and you want to make mini tags, I'm going to use the offcuts of those, and we'll have some fun with that. So let's see, one more. I didn't cut that very even somehow. I don't know how. Anyway, as we all know, Martha can't cut a straight line, even with the paper cutter. Okay. All right, more offcuts. So this will give me the opportunity to make 3 tags. I'm going to lock this back down. Okay. Oh my gosh, that weighs a ton. But it's a nice paper cutter. Okay. Cuttlebug. Try not to get my fat head in the way. And so for this, I am using my A plate, which is the bottom, and a B plate, which I'm gonna flip over because it's sort of warped in that direction. This is this is my magnetic mat, which you can see works. But I have made the mistake of placing the die on the magnetic mat. You're not supposed to do that. So this actually goes under the bottom mat, which I almost forgot to do again. And the dies don't stick quite as well through the magnet, but so I'm going to put my paper down. And what I'm going to do, I hope I'm in frame. Oh, let me move it over this way a teeny bit. Please excuse my head in the way. So I am going to put this face down because you want this edge here face down. And let's see, what am I going to do here? I am going to, I think we're going to try something different other than the example I showed you. I think. I don't often do this the right way. so experiments can go hog wild for me, as you've seen in the past. Oh my goodness. Depending on how I've cut my picture. Yeah, that's going to be cut too close. Okay, so we're going to take this one, and I'm going to put this face down. I'm going to place it what I think, I can't really see from my angle, without sticking my fat head in there. All right, we're going to eyeball it to be in the center, and I have a little piece of washi here just to hold it in place because I'm going to want to do another cutout with the exact same measurements. So we're going to put the other B plate on top, and okay, this is giving me a bit of a struggle here. All right, and we're going to wind it through. And this is really hard. I should take my little poster board mat off here, but then all I have is a black desk. All right, so carefully lifting this up. So now I have the solid cutout little tiny tag. And I also have a, once I peel it off the washi, I also have a tag with a cutout. Okay. And with this cutout, I can put this behind it. And then I can do like I did with the slides and put another frame on the back, and I would have a transparent tag. See? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the two tags carefully. Try and keep them taped. Oh, this washi is stronger than most. Try and keep them together. I'm going to put another, that's not the one I wanted. I'm going to put another piece of washi on this because, okay, maybe, if I can find the beginning of it. Oh, really? Must you really give me a hard time? Because I feel more secure if the pieces are taped together a little bit. Now I'm trying not to really tape it down to the cardstock. I just want to tape the, and I was always skeptical whether the washi worked, you know, and didn't get all like cut into the die, with the die, I should say. All right, so that's going there. Oops. Static cling. Okay. I had misplaced my plate. They're transparent. That's my excuse. I can't see when they're transparent. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Okay. So this one should have come out with the same size frame that I should be able to put front and back to that. So there's another little tag. We're not going to throw that away because it's a tag. And I don't know why, I've just been into the minis lately. So there's the fronts, there's the backs, and they should, fingers crossed, fit together. So that'll be cool. So I'm going to put that aside with this before I lose them. Oh, please don't let me lose them. Okay. I'm putting them up on this little picture frame there. And then we are going to take, and you could actually use that as a frame in a journal and put something behind it. That would be really cool. So I'm hanging on to that. And what are we going to do next? So I have these little photographs. They're very dark. I got to go in and lighten all my photographs before I can use them again, but they're okay for what I want to use them for. So I'm going to see which of these frames that will fit behind, and that just barely. I mean, that's going to go edge to edge. So I'll try that one because the other one's going to cut off a lot of the picture. And see, what you have to do is you have to audition what you're using. So I am going to make, and really you could use, oh, Martha, what did I do with the rest of the, the rest of the, well, that is the package of tags, isn't it? Okay, so I'm using the biggest one, and I'm going to take off this one, maybe, and put that down there. And then I'm going to put this one. So I'm gonna, let me push this aside for a minute. So I'm gonna eyeball this too and try and get this one on sort of centered of that one. Well, that's gonna have to do because that's where it's stuck. Okay, put the picture back up there, put the frames with the other frames. Organization, not my strong suit. Okay. So I'm going to take another piece of cardstock, and I'm going to, is that what I want to do? I want a solid one, and then I want one with a frame. Yes, okay. I'm going to put that in there, put my other B plate on top. I do like this Cuttlebug because it is small enough to use on my desk, and it folds up And I can put it aside. Evan doesn't like it when I slap those things up. He always jumps up and leaves the room. Although today he stayed. Amazing. Poor little Evan. Evan is a Papillon, and he's very, very sensitive. He's getting older. He's got some quirks that he didn't used to have. Uh-oh. My washi. This one washi striped one is not cooperating, so he's going to go away. Yeah, so we went on this little camping trip. We have a little Class B camper. So there's my frame. I don't think that's going to work. See, I am so... No, that's not going to work. All right, so I messed that up. So what I really need is... That could go on there. But then I would need the next smaller one to be the cutout to frame it. So that's what I need to do. Oh, Martha. Okay, so anyway, what was I saying? We went on this camping trip. We went up to the mountains. We're in Virginia. So we went up to Shenandoah. So I want to put that one aside. I'm going to do this one. We went up to Shenandoah. It was a little cooler up there than it was down here in the valley on Friday. And I was very excited about going. We spent several hours prepping to go because it was a last-minute decision. And we got there and we spent, I don't know, I think we got there around 3, even though we tried to plan to get there earlier. And that's not straight. That is so not straight. And thunder started around 4:30. We got the dogs fed and we walked them. And then it commenced to rain and rain and rain and rain and rain and rain some more. And it rained the rest of the night. And we have a little Class B camper. And if you don't know what a Class B camper is, you can YouTube it, you can Google it. We have a Winnebago Travato. It's 21 feet long, it's 8 feet wide. Now my math stinks. Whatever 21 times 8 is, that's your square footage. It's got 2 twin beds and it's got 2 front seats. And those are the only places to sit. And my husband does not, he cannot sit on a bed and stretch out and watch TV or whatever. And the TV wasn't coming in that well because the campground has satellite and they only have basic channels anyway. And when there's a storm, satellite is not great. I know because we used to live on a farm. There, look. That's going to be pretty. Okay, so I need another one this size. Actually, I need a solid one that size. Is this the same size? Because this is a picture and not a tracing paper picture, so it's not going to have a back. Yep, that's what that's going to look like. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Okay, so we'll play with that. So that'll go up with the other one, so I don't lose it. All right. And then the other thing I wanted to do was, and I don't have any out right now, of course, because I didn't prep that part. I'm going to use this paper pad, and I'm going to choose a paper out of it to make a frame. Maybe it won't be this paper pad. I don't know. This doesn't really have any design. Oh, well, this would work. This isn't really what I want. Hold on 1 second. I have another paper pad somewhere beside me, sort of. In my pack that I took with me, I had this paper pad. Now this is from Hobby Lobby, and it's the Paper Studio, and that's the name of it. Excuse me. That's the name of it. And it's from the Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to get something. So what photograph I'm going to use? Let's see. Let's see if we can find one to match that. I don't know if there's anything that color in here. I don't want it too busy, but I want... Well, that's not going to help me either, because that doesn't really have... Well, we're going to take this one out for the next thing, I think. Okay. But I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. That's too busy. It's not the right colors. I need something with the right colors in it. So that's like orangey, yellow, black, and green. So I am going to grab another paper pad. I'm sorry I wasn't more prepared for this. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think I see some yellow in these. All right. So I have these other paper pads too. These are little 6x6s I got at Tuesday morning. I only paid like $3 for them. I don't necessarily... Ooh, these are double-sided. That's even better. Oh, what's on the other side of this yellow? Please be something that coordinates, not pink. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's try that. And this is a little... This is not just paper. It's heavier. It's not... It's like a light cardstock, I think. Let's see what else we got. And it's just more of the same. The green is pretty. What's on the other side of the green? Pink. That wouldn't really go. I have used a lot of this paper pad. Yeah. That one's almost gone. I guess I like that one. I've done these. I always forget to look at both sides when I'm looking at a paper pad too. That's the funny part. That would go. Let me try this too. That might be busy though. Ugh, that is really busy. But we'll see. Okay. We'll look through this one too, just to see. There's an orange, but it's got pink on the back. I don't know who puts these colors together sometimes. I want something yellow, but like with orange on the back. That would work. Okay. All right, let's play with these. I think we'll play with this one first, actually, for this photograph. And that's just going to squeeze in there, I think. Now, what was my plan? I think we're going to do this. So I'm going to put this way down here so I can get the most bang out of my buck for this paper. Okay. Let's see if we can squeeze this through here. Yep, that's just going to fit. Yeah! Oh my gosh. I keep expecting to break this one of these days because that handle, I can't see how it can take some of the pressure sometimes. Okay. So, this could go... And I know all these tags are sideways, but who cares? We could put it that way, or we could put it that way. I think I like the yellow side. I'm much more of a person who likes subtle rather than bright, but I think maybe I would put the orange on the back and cover that up for the solid effect. So we'll do that. And then let's do a couple more out of different ones. So I think the next one I will do, I'm just going to do the larger frame, like some of my other ones I showed you, like these. I'm just going to do a larger. I'm going to use this paper and see how that comes out. And I forgot to put I forgot to put the iPad on a airplane mode. So I hope no one calls me or texts me because it's going to mess up this whole video. And then I would have to start over. golfers are out. Uh-oh. I'm knocking all my supplies over. Oh no! Oh no! Save me! Save me! Save me! Because, you know, if I knock them all over and they go flying, I had to turn the ceiling fan off because things were flying around. And that's how I lose them. I can't... I can't do them. Isn't that pretty? That doesn't have a back on it. So I think I'm going to cut another one. And we can do it front and back. I don't know why. I think I had to be frugal my entire life. When I was a kid, my parents were very frugal. And then when we got married, my husband was an E4 specialist in the Army, which is not an officer. Officers make more money. So I'm just gonna put those up there because I like it just as a tag. And maybe what I will do is do the backings for those out of this. It's not gonna make it. It's just a little narrow. Okay, so we'll do this. Maybe I'll put this one next to it just to get another tag out of it. And we lived in Germany, and we were not given government housing by the Army. They give you a housing allowance, but it doesn't cover everything. It never did cover everything. Okay. So that goes with... Oh my goodness, I've forgotten. That goes with this one, I think. Yeah, well, we're going to try it. All right, I've already messed up. I already don't know what photo was going to go in there. No. All right, we'll play with that one. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm getting too many, so I am going to stop cutting. Yeah, so my husband was in the military, in the Army, and we learned to be very, very frugal. We had stamps. He was given, not food stamps, gas stamps. We were given gas stamps to use. Where's my... Use this, and I'm going to use... Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know where my paper is, so I'm going to just use a paper towel. And all my glue is behind me too. Oh my gosh, I did not prepare at all. Okay. Art glitter glue. So, ow! I just hit my head. I hit my head on this. That hurt. Oh. So, anyway, I hope I'm doing this right. I hope I have the right things together. Okay, those are going together. This is going with this. Oh, that really hurt my head. Oh, that was just dumb. I have been so accident prone the last, week. I have bruises. I have 2 bruises here because I keep smashing it. I hurt my shoulder and arm again just by walking into something, leaning up against something. Okay, enough complaining. So I am going to, I think, I should have cut this with that too. That's okay. We're just going to glue. So, yeah, so with him being in the military and us being in Germany, we were allowed a certain number of gas rations for our car. And we were lucky we could afford a car. But we had to have a car because with him being married, and they didn't give us government housing, we were not allowed to live on post. And he had to get to work every day. So, now I'm going to take my scissors before I glue that down. I'm going to take my scissors. And I'm going to cut some of this off right here. which I should have done before, and it's not straight. Oh, Martha, Martha, Martha. What is your issue, lady? So, he had to get back and forth to work, and I worked in a cafeteria. I was a cafeteria lady, but not a school cafeteria. Back in the days, they had... This is not straight at all. Oh well, it's just gonna have to do. I don't try to be perfect because it'll never work. There. That's pretty. And so we would ride in together first thing in the morning. He had to be at work at like, I don't know, dark 30. 7 a.m. I think was the latest he could be at work. It was probably later. And I used to ride in with him, and I didn't have my license over in Germany. In order to have your license in Germany, back then you had to have a U.S. license, and I didn't have my U.S. license when we got married. And there wasn't time for me to get it before I went over to Germany a month after us getting married. So we got there, and I couldn't drive. So I had a job to help us out, and I scooped ice cream in the cafeteria, but I also did a lot of other things. But ice cream is my favorite food in the whole entire world. Beyond anything, I could live on ice cream. I mean, it has protein, it has calcium, it has all the food groups you need, all the vitamins. There. That came out pretty. Despite my floundering, blundering. And then I'm just going to glue these two together because I just think they're pretty. Can you tell I love butterflies? So my shift at the cafeteria didn't start until 1 o'clock. So I would go in. Some days we would take the laundry, and I would sit at the laundromat, and then he'd come and pick up the laundry and pick me up. I just think that's just downright pretty. So I'm happy with that. Pick the laundry up, and we'd pile it in the car, and we would, I gotta see which way this goes. We would go have some lunch, or eat the lunch we brought, and then we would, he'd go back to work, and then I'd go to work, because it'd be 1 o'clock. Some days I would just bring books or have magazines that I bought. I used to love looking at magazines. I'd cut things out. I'd put them in a notebook so I'd have them later. Recipes and stuff like that. Not that I'm much of a cook, but it's what I did. And so I spent a lot of time being patient and waiting and being frugal. There wasn't a whole lot of shopping to be done because we didn't have a whole lot of money, and I didn't need a whole lot. I went to work every day, and I just wore jeans and shirts and didn't really have to do a whole lot. I had a little smock I wore, and so I learned to be very frugal over in Germany. That's pretty. That's the one with the tracing paper that I printed on. So there's that one. And that's the dog snoring in the background. I don't know if you can hear her. Someday I should pick the camera up and turn it around and show you guys. Can you hear her? And no, she's not a pug. I love my puppies. So, oh, look at that. I'm doing it before I glue it. What a concept, huh? So, yeah, so we learned to be very frugal when we were very young. We were 19 when we got married. Just turned. Tony turned 19 in April. He joined the army when he was 17. That's why he was already in Germany. I turned 19 in May. We got married in June. We met on May 1st and got married on June 6th. And on June 6th this year, which is in a couple of days, which reminds me I need to go buy an anniversary card. Oh my gosh. What is today? Today's the 2nd. I have 4 days to buy an anniversary card. Yeah. So, I really should put a full-size one on there, shouldn't I? Yes, I should. Do I have any of that size in the... I do not. I'm going to have to cut a back for this, because the small back doesn't make any sense. So I'll make a back for that. But anyway, so we got married on June 6th. Same's going to go for this one. I don't know why I didn't cut the right size for these. I don't know if this is going to fit. I might mess this one up too. So we will be married. We got married in 1975. We'll be married 44 years this year. Yeah. Oh, we're going to have to cut some more die cuts. I don't know if I can squeeze that one on there or not without it breaking through. If I get the right size backing, I can. So see, I don't even have this figured out yet. So we are going to... Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's use our scraps. And I'll show you how I would do that. Okay. So I'm going to glue this onto this scrap. You make do. You know what I mean? And if you don't have a die cutting machine, this is all you would do anyway. You take your mini photos. No, that won't go that way. So I have to do it this way. Let's hope I placed that right. Okay. Take your mini photo, and then we're just going to place this over the top of it. Yep. We're just going to frame it out. So yeah, so we got married on June 6th, 1975. We met on May 1st. We only knew each other a month. And then he went back to Germany, and he had to find an apartment, and I'll tell you, the poor guy worked himself to death between working and trying to find an apartment and getting us everything we needed. There. Now we're just going to cut this out. So, we did okay. We made it. The good thing was the mark to the dollar ratio was really good when we were there the first time. And the second time we went, we had kids, so I had to be really frugal again. Luckily, we had government housing then. He went over, got government housing, and then we joined them afterwards, which luckily didn't take too long. So, I've had an adventurous, interesting life. Okay, there we go. And that could be written on the back. And then if you wanted to, you just become creative. So I accidentally, this has a cut in it, so I'm going to cut that off. And you want to make a tag out of leftovers? Chop off the corners. Put the corner back on the other side. Chop off that corner. And you got yourself a tag. And that doesn't look any worse than a tag that I made out of a die cut. So you can make tags out of anything and out of any size you want. You can use your photographs, just print them out miniaturized, and you can make a tag out of any paper, and you can make it out of any size paper, like this. Was there another one we were going to do that I didn't get put together? Let's see. That one's got a back. That one's blank. That one needs a back. Okay, so, no it doesn't. Yes it does. So we're just going to glue that right on there. So, yeah, I've had an interesting life, but yes, I learned to be very frugal. Now today, I'm not going to be so frugal. Tuesday Morning has a bunch of Tim Holtz stuff that's going on sale, and they open at 11, and it is currently 10. So as soon as I'm done filming this video, I'm going to run out to the store and go see what they've got. Not that I need anything. I certainly don't. I have more than I know what to do with. at this point, but sometimes you just got to have stuff that's on sale. You know what I mean? Huh. Oopsies. So that's got a decorative paper frame around it, and I really like that one. This is just decorative paper, 2 pieces put together, and it's a nice little tag now. This one we didn't do anything with. This one has a solid back that can be written on, and I can still put a hole up here and, you know, make it a hanging tag or use fabric to put a little notch on it. This one, those are actually yellow flowers, sunflowers. And this one, which I think came out very pretty. So there we go. And now I have all these extra tags too, and I can make tags out of every one of these if I want to. And I could just, you don't have to have a frame on it. You can, of course, if my pictures were cut out straight, it would be a different story. Oh, lordy, lordy. Well, not perfect, but I don't claim to be perfect because I'm anything but. You know? This is just fun. It's just for fun, everybody. It's just for fun. No use in sweating the small stuff because it gets you nowhere. Okay? Oh, look how crooked that is. But that's okay. We'll deal with it. Take this corner. I hope I'm in frame for all of this. Otherwise, this video will get redone this afternoon. Take that corner. And I'm going to... I laugh because you know me in straight lines, right? There's a little tag right there. And I'm happy with that. I love making tags. Go make yourself some tags. Use your photos. You can even use something, a little tiny one of these. Let me not lose this corner when I cut it off. I can't concentrate and talk at the same time, obviously. And these can become mini tags for mini pockets in your journals. See? Put that over there so I don't lose it, because it's little bitty. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you go have some fun with tags. It's not hard. Tags don't have to be complicated. They don't have to be, you know, collage to death. Find a picture in a magazine or a book, or take your own photographs, print them out, have some fun, be frugal, enjoy. If you got a Tuesday morning, go. They're having a sale on Tim Holtz stuff. Look up their weekly ad and you'll see it. Of course, each store, it'll vary, you know, and have fun. So I'm going to close for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I didn't mean to take too long, but my storytelling got the best of me, I guess. So you guys take care, and thank you again for the lovely comments you've been leaving. I so appreciate it. And for the thumbs up, and for my new subscribers. And I'll think about whether I can put something together for a giveaway for the 204, if nobody left. So thanks again, everybody. Have a great weekend. Happy crafting. And thanks for joining me in my shabby craft studio. Love you guys. Bye.